Hey guys, it's the Entrepreneurs here. So today we'll be continuing our series with investing with Mac. So what I'm gonna be doing today is I'll be sharing you my screens and we'll be looking at the charting of what we talked about in the last video, right? So as a disclaimer, this is just for educational purposes only. And if you're looking for a financial advisor or looking for advice, to seek out a registered financial advisor. So if that all makes sense, we'll get started. So I'm gonna, like what I said before, I'm gonna be looking at here, and my screen is over here, so I'll be looking back and forth here. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, and hopefully I got this my mic here, and hopefully that's a lot better than before, because when I had my headphone from last video, it sounded very bad, and I didn't like the quality of it, so I'm not going to use that anymore. So I'll use this instead. All right, so I'll share my screen. Let's do this. Yeah, it's been an amazing, I guess, past 3 weeks, or like at the start of the week, because of a lot of stuff going on, right, with the Wall Street bets, Reddit, and all the news and stuff like that. So the market is definitely volatile. So I'll start from here, TradingView. So we talked about TradingView last week. So what I did here is basically, maybe I could hold on. Let's see if I can expand this. Can I make this bigger so you can see me better? There we go. Hopefully you can see me a lot bigger, because I noticed too in the last video, I was so small and you can't even see me. So hopefully if I expand this, it'll be a lot better. Is this how far it goes? Okay, it looks like that's how far it goes. So anyway, okay, so this is Canopy Rivers, and we were talking about this last time, and you could see here that the support and resistance, I basically charted it. And let's see if I can put me on this side here for now. And I'm just gonna scale out, right? Scale out. So we could see in 2020, basically it broke the support. So around, I would say, like here, like around October, November, that's where the support broke. And from there, the support was at a dollar, from here, $1.63. So what we talked about from before, we have the support and resistance, and this would be, for example, this would be the support, right? And this would be the resistance. So if you haven't seen my last video, definitely, or my previous video, definitely check that out, because I talk about support and resistance and all that good stuff. So you can see here, like it broke. Once it broke here, then it tried to break that resistance, then it didn't. Then after that, it went down again, and it tried again. Then it failed. Then it just kept on going and going down. And this was around February to March, and that all-time low from here was like a 53. Yeah, like 53 cents. Let's double check here. Okay, like low over there, you can see on the left on here, like you'll see here. So the low was 54 cents, right? So basically that's like it dipped so much, then after that it tried again, then it went down. So what's really cool about this is I'll show you that I bought around this range here in the $1 mark. Where was it? I think it might have been here somewhere. Yeah, $1 something here, $1.15. Or was it? Yeah, no, this is in February. So I might have bought it like here when it actually broke. Then I held it. So I think it was here. I bought the dip. Yeah. But anyway, so just remember that this here, if I scale out, this would be the the support. This one here, okay? So this would be the support. So this here. Then going to now, because it's been so volatile and all this news from the US, they were saying that they were gonna legalize cannabis and stuff like that, right? So I think here I'll show you quick news of what CBC said. So Canadian cannabis stocks pop on US legalization push and GameStop style short squeeze. And if you read this, and this was in February 3rd, and that's when it kind of like a little bit took off. and February 3rd was, let's say, here. February 3rd was around, no, it's this one here, right? So January, February 2nd, 3rd. So yeah, that's when it actually like took off. Then it like went to this new level of support resistance. But like if you could went from January 11th and 8th, that would have been amazing, right? Like your gains would have been tremendous. But I'm gonna show you our accounts for the, Canopy Rivers, and also for what do you call it? Also for Canopy Rivers, for Namaste, and also AMC. And I'll show you, the things that I did right and the things that I did wrong. Okay. So going from there, we could see here. Yeah, you could see here. Let's see here. So from the $1.62 range, 63, right? We could say that was the resistance at this time, going there. Then when it did hit that support resistance, right? So we could say 163 to 166, because we can go from this is daily candlestick. We can go 4-hour candlestick. We could go to the 15-hour candlestick, right? Like it shows you more in depth of what's happening, so you could actually go a little bit deeper and granular. So you can see here, like it's telling me now, like it's that 163, right? So this part here, 163. But anyway, so let's go to the daily candlestick, right? And from there, like if you would bought in the support around 162, and you would cash out at around 247, because this would be the resistance, and you play that, then you would actually make pretty decent cash. But think about this, guys, right? So this is the resistance, 247, right? And the way I chart this is I look at the past data, because if you don't have past data, it's hard to chart things, because you don't know what's happening, and you can't really see what's going on. But if you have this past data from before, this is what traders use, is they look at past data and they're like, okay, this is the second support and resistance, right? Because it dipped here, and you can see there's a little bit of wick on this here, right? But what you could see is that it tried to break the resistance from the support from here. So you could say support resistance from here, but when it broke the resistance, when you're looking at the bearish candlestick, if you're looking at the support here, sorry, then what's happening is like it's gonna try again. And if it did try, then you can see how far it goes, right? If you can see how far it goes. Then after that, when this broke, right, and it tried to go up again, and you can see here it looks like a cup and handle, goes down, but it didn't pass, so it failed. So it just kept on going down and down. And after that, what happened is once it tries to break the resistance, and it goes from the first level to the second level, then you can see the third level, then it went all the way from here. And you can see that recently it tried to break the new resistance, but it didn't. So that's why it hovered down. So we'll see what happens next week if it can try to break it, because if this goes up right here a little bit, then it tries to break the resistance again, then we might see a newer high from here. So we might see a newer thing from 465, and the new support will be 346, right? So basically that's how charting works. And if you can chart it properly and looking at this past data, then it's gonna be amazing. And you're gonna see like, oh, it's kind of similar from what you've seen before. And from there, it just becomes a lot easier to chart things, because you're gonna see a pattern. And when you see that pattern, you're like, okay, I think this is when I should buy in, or this is when I should cash out, and etc., right? And since the market is so volatile right now, there's actually a lot of potential to make money. And from here, so that was just Canopy Rivers. I'll go to Namaste. And Namaste has been definitely volatile. like this stock here, and I was telling you guys before, this is where actually I made most of my money, was because of this company, because there was a lot of hype, and it's just like, a lot of people want to get into it because it's like, revolutionary, some people might say. But anyway, you could see here, like if I scale, so I'm scaled out right now. So let's see here, the all-time high for this was, what was it? It's hard to see, right? Like it's all this charting and stuff like that when you do it this way. I think the all-time high was like around $4. But anyway, so let's go here. That's the support. Okay, I'll scroll down here. Scroll to the right, more to the right. And oh yeah, I also wanted to tell you guys the volume. The volume is so important, because once you see a spike of volume, that's when the stock price starts to go up. So in this case, you could see around, December 30th, that was like the lowest, and you can even see here that the lowest was like a 20 cents, right? So that would be like around the support, and you can see here that it tested that, and I think it went down to, let's see here, yeah, 19 cents. So it kind of broke it, but it went back up, right? So 19 cents, and here was lowest 20 cents. So I would say that would be the support around that 20 cents to 19 cents range. But if it does break that, then it might go even lower and lower, right? So you gotta take that into account or consideration. And from there, that would have been like the best time to buy, was at that price, was at 19 cents and 20 cents. Then after that, the news about legalization in the States and stuff like that's what brought it up and up. So if you can, if you would have bought in at 20 cents, then it went all the way to like 40 cents. Dude, that's already like 100% of your profits, right? So you would be doubling your money. But anyway, so you could see here that definitely it was testing the support again, the support and resistance. So this would be, I would say 20 cents would be the resistance, right? And 20 cents would be the support, and 40 cents, and I would say 41, just 41.5 or 41 or something like that would be the resistance, right? So I'll put myself here. You can see from there. So the way I would chart this is, it's basically you would just need the two on the left here. You would just grab this, for example, right? And you would just put the line. Let's say, I don't know, what do you guys want to use? You guys want to use this one or this one? Let's choose this one here. And basically you would just chart, like you just make a line like this, right? And from there, and you could drag it. So let's say this would be the resistance around, I want to say 19 cents. That's what we talked about earlier. So if you just scale out, all right, and the way you make it like straight is that you shift key. Yeah, there we go. That should be good. Then I would just drag it all the way here to the left. Keep going to the left. So if you want to have more data, you scale it out all the way, right? So that's how you chart it. And you would, let's say you want to do the same thing for the resistance. So let's say the resistance was at 40 cents. Okay, so I can copy and paste this, or I could do another one, but let me just copy and paste. And from here, we'll do the same thing. So hopefully this all makes sense. It's not hard to do. The hardest part is charting it, and when to cash in and when to cash out. So that's the hardest part of charting, is finding that finding that data. And it's all about experience too, right? So let's say here, so we could say the resistance from before was at 25 cents, and when it did pass that, it kind of it jumped up, right? So I'll do the next one. So Control V. So that would be here. That would be the next resistance or support, right? Then I'll do this one again. Control V. It would be around here. All right. So we'll leave it like this for now. Shift to make it look straight. Right, so this looks good. So it's kind of like what I have in Canopy Rivers here, showing you guys, right? So at least you have kind of like a visualization of how everything looks. So basically, yeah, so that's Canopy Rivers. We looked at Namaste. And also I wanted to talk about AMC because I bought in here and it was because of the hype. And this is what happened is I'll show you my account here, and I'm losing money right now. I'm still in the game, but I'm losing money. And why I bought it was I wanted to just show you guys what it would look like if you're buying the hype and if it's already everywhere in the news outlet. And this is what happened is a lot of people actually buy when it's already too late. And what I mean by it's too late is that it's everywhere already. It's already in the news. And from here, you could see that I bought it at like around the $14 range. And the way when I bought it, it was actually going up. And I told myself that I don't buy when it's like a green day. I only buy when it's a red day. But I broke my rule, and with that, I had to pay a consequence for that, right? And you could see when I bought it at February 1st, right? And when was that? February 1st. So that was a Monday, right? And I bought it at the morning spike. And from there, I'm just like, oh boy, like it looked like I was making money. I was making money and I was excited. And after that, when the afternoon hit, it just tanked. And the next day, there was a gap down. And I'm just like, oh boy, that doesn't look good. Then eventually, it just kept on going down and down. And you can see here that this is definitely because of a hype, right? From here. And we were talking about, like, if you look at Wall Street bets, it was the squeeze, short squeeze, and et cetera, right? So you have to be careful with stuff like this, and especially if you're buying in when the hype is already there. Most likely you're gonna lose. And what a lot of people do, actually, if you're really good at day trading, is when they see a spike like this, they short sell the stocks because they already know that, okay, it went up to, like, 100%, 200%, 300%, blah 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 blah, right? Then now it's time to short it because potentially people are going to be cashing out, or people are going to try to make money going down. Okay, so that's very important to know. That's why a lot of the people that I follow, like, Tim Sykes, to Steven Ducks and stuff like that, right? They short sell stocks, but the risk of that is so high because, when you're buying a stock and trading a stock, what happened is that if you're going long, if you're bullish, the only money, and let's say you put in $1,000, right? The only money that you can lose is $1,000. But if you're short selling, it could be infinite. So you could lose, let's say, your investment of $1,000, you can lose $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. So the risk is a lot higher. So you have to remember that. So, and also I wanted to talk about, like, for trading, there's two ways to make money, right? Like, so there's buying from low, then selling it high. So that's basically what you call long, kind of like going long. And so you buy low, then you sell high. The second one, and this is what people always talk about, is the shorts. So when you're going against the company, and when you go against the company, you actually buy at a higher price and you wish or you want the stock to go down at a lower price, so you get the profits of what's in the middle there, right? So that's what people do. And you can see here that basically it just went from, it did a spike, right, from, let's say, $5 here, then it did a gap. Holy crap, what a huge gap here, and it went all the way to $20, right? $20.36 was the day high. So from there, I wanted to also show you guys like what we talked about before, the CEO.ca. And from here, we have, people talking about the market, and we can go see newer messages. Okay, I guess this is the newer message. And you, way better company now. Management makes all the difference. U.S. footprint is huge thing too. And this is what I like about, CEO.ca, because you can click on the stock, the one that you want to look into, and people are just chatting and, talking about the stock and the news and stuff like that. So you can see here why the company, like, let's go here in Namaste, and why it went like crazy over, the past few days was because of this news. And one of them was, if you click on this, so let's go all the way up here. There was a lot of news and people were just chatting, and there was like, how many people? I think there was like almost 100 people online. So let's go, and you can see here strong buy, all that stuff. And I comment in here too. and yeah, here you can see it did a Namaste technology. It did a resumption because it did a halt because they were trying to send news out. Okay, so let's go back to Namaste. So what was that news that it hit? It was big news. Let's see if I can show you guys. Okay. Trading halt, that's the halt, the one that I was talking about. They halted it midday, or I think in the morning. That was the morning. Bye. See, a lot of people just talk, right? It's crazy. So they're talking about Reddit, all that stuff. Scrolling, Reddit, stock market, TradingView. Oh man, a lot of people just commented. Okay, let's see if I can find it. Where is it, man? Press release, sundial. Yeah, so many people messaging. Okay, press release, and this is all February 3rd. Okay, so maybe if so, February 3rd, so that's actually far back, so we probably missed it. So let's see. Usually when you see a message or a news, it would say Newswire, and I'll probably like missed it somewhere here. Can't find it. Okay. Namaste presentation. Let's read. So that's TradingView. Here, there we go. This is the one. So I guess we missed it. So they had it February 11th. So that was on Thursday, right? And this is the big news that basically made it like go up. And if you look at here, February, what did it say, 11th or something like that? So let me check. February 11th, right? So if I go back here, and you can see February, so this is the 3rd, 11th. So that's when it spiked up from here to there. So if we go 4 hour candlestick, right? So 4 hour candlestick, and also keep in mind that this here on February 11th, there was actually the whole sector was red. It was sea of red, and it was crazy because if you look at APH, you look at weed, if you look at Tilray, they were down like 20%. And I believe, yeah, this was crazy. I believe these guys were only down like 8% or 6% here. So it wasn't that bad compared to the rest of uh, the big threes, I guess you could say, right? But anyway, so you could see here that around this time, you can see people are like dip buying because you can see this wick. So what people would do is they would wait for them or for the stock price to go down, and they would just buy, and it would go up right here, right? And you could see that the close of this was at 34 cents, so I guess 34.5, but the low was at 32.5. And what's cool about this is I think I might have bought like somewhere in this. It might have been 11th or here. I might have bought here because I was waiting for the dip. And then people always say, buy the dip, right? And I think that's what I did. Yeah, I bought the dip here. Then after that, they had this news where they were saying, yeah, because they halted it that one time too, right? So go here. Oh, namaste, namaste. And I think this is like from my opinion, I believe this is gonna go up again. Like it's gonna make a supernova or a parabolic uh, pattern again. And yeah, so I think I wish I had the other news that they had here, and I don't know if they had it here. It might have been this one. I think this is the one I sent them. No, that was from Global News. Namaste Technology announce receipt of Health Canada processes. Yeah, I think this is the one. February 12th. Namaste Technology announces receipt of Health Canada processing license licensed by Canmar Labs. And from here, boom, this was the news that brought it to go up from this to there. That was a gap up. So from here, you can see that from the 4 hour candlestick that it stopped trading for a couple hours, then it resumed trading at 130, right? Then after that, that's when it started going up. So we'll see what happened next week to see if it will if it would gap up or if it will go down, because like what I said before, this is the new resistant, and if it can pass this new resistance, we might see another another new support and resistance. So maybe the 53 cents range or somewhere along that line. But anyway, this is like what we talked about before, CEO.ca. This is Stockhouse.com, and we can see here that a lot of people messages here, and this is what I look at as well. And also Wall Street Bets, and people are probably know what this is. And what I like about Wall Street Bet is basically they have this thing called YOLO. And you can see what people are saying here. Full 401k YOLO intro, and people show their accounts, right? And people just comment and all that stuff. So I like seeing that kind of stuff. It's really cool. And also the meme and stuff like that. So it says here, day one of GameStop hearing house committee and all that stuff, right? So if you're, and you can see here, this is my account here, sillyflower512, and I usually have the make bottom up. Let me know if I have diamond hands here. And diamond hands is just a term that basically what it means is that you hold and you try to make a lot of money in the stock market and stuff like that, right? So yeah, you can see here a lot of people use CEO.ca too. And what I really like about Reddit as well is you can have different Reddits, right? Like, or even subreddits. So I'm part of the weed stocks, Wall Street bets, stock market, and all the other stuff, Canadian penny stocks. So highly recommend if you guys are looking for a community, like what I said before in my previous video, you have to look at, you know, like a place that you can not collaborate but like get information. I guess maybe you can collaborate if you want to, but like get information quickly and what people are talking about the stock. Because if you're looking at the stocks, most of the time, and what we saw here with Reddit is that, you know, what fueled the GameStop is a lot of, you know, people, a lot of hype was going on, and from there the stock went from, let's take a look, from, let's double check again. Look at that. That's freaking amazing. So I'll do a daily candlestick just to kind of show you. So if you would have bought in, let's say around, oh man, that's freaking amazing. Okay. So around, okay, $17, 18. I thought I saw it lower. So it might have been the summertime. Yeah. So summertime, if you would have bought in around, you know, June, July, or maybe even, let's say September. Let's see, September. Oh, it's even lower there. November. Okay, so let's say if you would have bought in at September, the lowest was at $3.92 on August 30th. Oh, this is 2019 though. Okay, but how about here? So it's, oh, okay. So basically, it was sideways. It was trading sideways. There was no major spike and stuff like that, right? So you can see here the same price is like $5 and all that stuff, right? $3. It was hovering around there. Then once everybody had that news, you know, from Wall Street Bets talking about the, you know, the shorts and stuff like that, how like the float of it was like ridiculous, that it was more than what they had. So we could see, okay, from around here, so it just from $20, then from January, you know, it hit high of $43, then all the way from here, oh my goodness, from $483. So all-time high was $483. that's crazy. I haven't seen a stock go up that high from trading before, right? So that's freaking amazing. And look at this is just one day too, right? Because we're doing a daily chart. So it went from, okay, low of 112 all the way to 483, right? Like, look at this. That's a huge gap, right? From here, 112 to all the way to 483. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money in one day. And it was 500, like you can see here on the left side. So I'm looking at there. You can see 58 million, almost 59 million traded in that one day. January 28th. Oh, wow. That's Serenity's birthday. That's amazing. Anyway, so I wanted to show you guys all that tools and all that stuff. And I wanted to also show you my account right now. So hopefully you can see the here. And I was telling you guys for AMC, I bought this at the hype. And when I did, look at how much I'm down now. So I bought, I think it was like $1,000 or something like that. And you can see that I'm down 813 cents, right? Second one, whoop. Second one for Namaste. So I did a dip buy on this one, and I bought it at yeah, I think it was on a Thursday or Friday. I can't remember now. I think it was a Friday when I bought it. No, was it Friday? I can't remember now. I have to double check. But anyway, so put in 10K, so I'm up 21%. And for Canopy Rivers, put in like 1K, and look at this, I'm up almost 200%. So basically, that's the you know, risk and reward of penny stocks. So high risk, high reward, low risk, low reward. And that's why I want to kind of like show you guys that, it's possible to actually make a lot of money in, penny stocks or trading in the market. But the only thing that you have to remember is you have to know yourself and your risk management, because if you do know that, and you know the risk and you know the reward, then if you go like you lose $1,000, it's not gonna hurt you, right? It's not gonna hurt you. Or let's say you lose, 10K or something like that. It's not gonna hurt you. So you have to remember that high risk, high reward, and also it's based on your risk management and risk tolerance. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, definitely please let me know. And hopefully my audio is a lot better than last video, because it sounded so bad last video, and I'm just like, oh man, I gotta make that better. But what I'm gonna do is in the next video, we're gonna do an update and see how the market is going. And from there, if you guys have any questions, definitely please let me know. All right, so have a great day. Take care.